What's going on, guys? Seth here from Team Union Seth, back as your coach of the West Side Weaviles in our 6th season of our league with some of my friends and some of their friends. So this week we are off for the bye week. I do have a bye week. I got automatically in the second round of the playoffs because I was the number 2 seed. So what I decided to do was commentate the other two quarter-final matches. The first one went up yesterday. That was the number 3 Camden Crocodiles versus the number 6 Golden State War Turtles. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check that one out to see what happened there. This one is the number 4 Michigan Machamps versus the number 5 Victini Atoll. So we're going to see what happens in this battle. So let's see. So going into it, the Atoll lead off with their Aggron, while the Machamps lead off with their Klefki, probably both looking to get hazards up right away, as the Machamps switch into the Breloom and the Aggron sets up the Stealth Rocks. So Breloom does switch out and goes into the Celebi, which is actually not a bad switch, as the Aggron switches out into Mega Venusaur. This is a good spot for the Machamps and the Celebi to pretty much fire off a powerful Psychic moves, as he does go for the Future Sight. So an interesting tech there. Mega Venusaur goes for the Sludge Bomb, which does a lot of damage to that Celebi. The Celebi fires a Shattered Psyche, so that's Z Psychic, and it does not kill the Venusaur, as the Venusaur comes up with a Giga Drain and knocks out the Celebi. So Venusaur living on just a sliver from that Shattered Psyche. Very, very surprising there, as the Machamps switch in their Zapdos to hopefully finish off the Scizor. But no, the Scizor switches out into Gastrodon to eat up the Heat Wave from the Zapdos. So Zapdos is probably just going to want to defog here. There's not a whole lot the Gastrodon can do. Gastro takes the Future Sight, so it takes about 35% from that. And like I said, the Zapdos does go for that defog, as the Gastrodon goes for Recovered, getting back up to full health. So the burn isn't too unfortunate, but it does give a little bit of chip damage on that Gastrodon, which can definitely help later on in the battle. Breloom switches in for the Zapdos, as the Gastrodon goes for the Toxic. So we see that this thing is not Toxic Heal. So Toxic is going to be wearing down the Breloom. Gastrodon switches out into Venusaur, probably just sacking it off to that Bullet Seed, which is exactly what happens. And we see the Life Orb on the Breloom. So with Life Orb and Toxic damage, that Breloom is definitely going to start to get worn down. So that can be really, really good for the Victini moving forward in this match. The Victini switch in the Koko to handle this Breloom. And as the Machamp switch in Quagsire, and the Koko does for Dazzling Gleam, which does a lot of damage. That does almost half damage. So that could maybe be Specs. I don't know why that did so much, but it's not Specs. The Koko goes for the Grass Knot, knocking out the Quagsire. That could be modest. That's a really, really strong Koko hit right there. So the Machamps switch in Beedrill, get their Mega Evolution off, as the Victini switch into the Aggron to take the Poison Jab. And the Beedrill switches out into Breloom to take anything the Aggron wants to go for, but the Aggron just ends up setting up Stealth Rocks once again, which is actually a really smart move for these Zapdos and the Beedrill, as they will both take 25% upon switching. Goes out into the Gastrodon to take the Mach Punch, which actually does about half from that Breloom, so that did a lot of damage. So I'm not sure why he's playing the Gastrodon like this, but okay, so he just sacks off the Gastrodon to the Bullet Seed. Breloom gets a kill, but it's still getting very, very worn down from the Toxic and from the Life Orb, down to 15% at this point. So not a huge worry, as the Victini just bring in their Koko to try to finish this thing off. So Mach Punch comes out, it's about 30%. As the Koko can finish this thing off with a Dazzling Gleam. So nets a kill for Koko, as the Machamps are going to switch in their Beedrill. So they bring in the Beedrill, trying to take out the Koko, but the Koko is switched out into Aggron to take the Poison Jab. So not exactly sure why the Machamps went for the Poison Jab again. The Aggron switch was pretty obvious, but now they switch out into Zapdos to take whatever this thing wants to go for. But the Aggron goes for a Head Smash, and it knocks out the Zapdos. So that is huge for the Victini. Huge for the Victini, getting rid of that big threat, as the Beedrill comes back in, goes for a Drill Run, does not knock out the Aggron, and is knocked out by the Heavy Slam from the Aggron. So Aggron getting 2 kills, and last mon for the Machamps will be Klefki, so the Victini are in a very, very good position to win this match. So Aggron can just fire off Heavy Slams at this point. The Klefki goes for Magnet Rise to avoid the incoming Earthquake, as you can see. So Heavy Slams are going to do a decent amount to the Klefki at this point. And it looks like that will be the game. So Play Rough does next to nothing, about 8%, not even, as a Heavy Slam comes off and does 50% damage, does half of its health. So another 2 Heavy Slams after lefties will definitely finish off this Klefki. Another Play Rough comes out, not doing much at all. Head Smash does about 34%. So the Victini are going to win this game and move on to face the number 2 seeded Orlando Pridons in the semifinals. So they move on to face the Pridons, and that match has actually happened before during the season. And the other match, which little spoilers if you didn't watch the other video, 3, 2, 1. So the Crocodiles did move on. The Camden Crocodiles beat the Golden State War Turtles to move on to the semifinals to face yours truly. We did face the last week of the season, and I was able to pick up the W. I believe it was 4-0, if not 5-0. And like I said, the Pridons have beaten the Victini before during this season. However, in the past, the coach of the Victini Atoll have defeated the Orlando Pridons, so they have taken them out once. So definitely think that it's possible that they can do it again, but I guess we'll see. So other than that, that's about it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, let me know what you think of these videos, and don't forget to subscribe. But with that, I will see you guys in the next video.